Good afternoon, Bassey. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. My first question to you is, what do you like about your work?
Hi, Tom. Thanks for having me. Well, I'll start with what I actually do for a living. At the moment, I work as what you call an operations strategy and delivery manager for a mobile company. What my job entails is trying to ensure that we acquire the right and deliver the right operational capabilities to ensure that we can deliver a good service to the customer and as well as deliver the business outcomes for the company. This has to do with ensuring that we have the right supply chain, we have the right technology, we have the right processes to actually deliver on those outcomes. What do I like about my job? Well, it's the mobile industry is a very technology-driven industry, very fast-paced, very dynamic. There's loads of change because we have to keep up with the technology so that we can serve our customers. So it's very dynamic. I mean, we're talking about one technology today, whether it's 2G, 3G, before you know it, we're on 4G, before you know it, we're on 5G, and people are already thinking about 6G. So it's that type of environment. So it's constantly changing. It's never stood still for as long as I've been working there. So that's one thing I like about it. The other thing I like about my job as well is that I get to work on new stuff, new projects, some of it, secret, if you like, and that's quite exciting. I also like to work with, I get the opportunity to work with different disciplines within the organization, whether it's the procurement team, whether it's the legal teams, whether it's the technology team. So I get to interact with a lot of people within the organization. So that's quite motivating because you get to learn a lot and you get to get different perspectives. Yeah. So those are the kind of things I like about my job. No day is different, kind of a cliche, but it is in my role. And you get to work on different exciting things.
And how did you start out?
Well, it's a story to tell actually. So I graduated about sort of just over 10 years ago, and when we had the first recession. So around about 2007, 2008, and I was desperately looking for a graduate role, which never came by, and I did, the odd jobs here and there, just trying to keep up, and then I landed this analyst role in the same company that I'm working with now, at a time where there was a huge technology change, a transformation activity. So it wasn't a graduate role, it was still an entry-level role, but I still benefited because I got to apply what I learned in university as a telecoms engineering, if you like. I got to apply that in an environment at a time where there was a lot happening in terms of technological change and innovation. So it was a good time for me. So I built a lot of technical skills as well as soft skills as well in terms of interacting with people in that environment. So it was a good time for me as well. So yeah, like I said, didn't get what I wanted, but from getting into that entry level role, I was able to sort of progress, from the technical side, and I sort of gravitated towards the management side of things as well over time. So it was a good experience for me, but at the time I thought, I really wanted a graduate role, but it was still an entry level role, but it still had the same outcome.
And what would you say to someone looking to start out today?
Well, in terms of the actual getting into the industry that you want, I would say perseverance, right? Just keep pushing. I know you've heard this many times, but just keep pushing, keep trying. You will learn something, but sometimes, from my experience, it may not be exactly perfect in terms of what you want. But you can actually start somewhere, and then you can build a career from there. So be open-minded, I would say, about your opportunities. Even when you get in terms of your career development, you need to be open-minded. You need to be proactive. You need to be bold, and you need to utilize the relationships that you have as you're in that organization for you to grow. So one size doesn't fit all. There isn't a straight path to your career development. Just try to be flexible, and you will grow. And don't be afraid to fail as well. So that's kind of the advice I would give.